is good, YouTube? Quinn Wade Basketball Analysis coming to you with a quick video. I wanted to let you guys know I got some new merchandise available, not just t-shirt anymore. I got different type of t-shirt, different type of shirts and logos that you can purchase on my spread shirt, and also hoodies now. We have expanded and added more to the channel and more merchandise for the brand. Thanks for supporting. It will be in the description and the links will be in the comment section below. Thanks for helping me and supporting the movement. Quinn Wade Basketball Analysis. I'm going to check out the video. What is good, YouTube? Quinn Wade Basketball Analysis coming to y'all with a quick video. We're going to talk about Klay Thompson in the Golden State Warriors, a team that a lot of people have talked about for the last couple months because they are two-time champs and they went to the finals 3 straight times with Kevin Durant. But now they have no Durant, no Iguodala, no Sean Livingston. They're going in a different direction. Klay Thompson will be out for over half the season, and he will most likely be starting at small forward. Steve Kerr has even said it and confirmed that they do plan on having Steph, D'Angelo, and Klay all starting, which means Klay is going to have to move to that small forward spot. And I don't think it's going to be too much of a problem because Klay Thompson usually guards the forwards and the bigger players and sometimes the smaller player, depending on what lineup is out there and who they're playing against and who are the best players on the opposite team. So it don't really matter defensively because Klay Thompson is most likely going to guard the best player anyway or get switched on to somebody regardless, because that's what he's been doing all the time in Golden State. I know that ACL injury is going to hurt his defense because he's not going to have the lateral quickness and the mobility that he once had, so his defense might decline after this injury, and it should. And he also, this year, will turn 30, which means he's coming into his prime. His best season, scoring-wise, was only 22 points. He still was able to give you 21 and 22 points with Kevin Durant. It shows you how versatile and how skilled and how smart Klay Thompson is. He knows how to take advantage of his opportunities, shooting over 40% from three. His entire career, he hasn't had one season shooting under 40%. Not only that, he has been a guy that has shot majority over 45% from the field in his entire career. He shows that he's unselfish. He makes the extra pass. He buys into team concepts, and he does whatever the team needs him to do to help win. And that's something that you have to give Klay Thompson a lot of credit for. He is a guy that's willing to sacrifice. He's willing to take a step back, and he's willing to upgrade his game. And he's not scared to defend and go against anybody. Even if he's getting his ass shredded on the defensively, he still keeps his head up high and worry about the next possession and not trip too much on the last possession, even if he got dunked on or whatever. So Klay is just a rare breed. He's a guy that you want on your team. He's a winner, and he has really embodied winning and championship mentality since day one. And he has found ways to stay relevant and found ways to become and stay one of the best players in the league. Obviously, people think Klay Thompson is going to have a better season the next year, not this next season, but the year or two, being on his max contract. Because if you look at this, what he has done, Klay Thompson has been a model of consistency, like I said, and that's what you really want out of a player. This guy had averaged 26 points a game on 55% from the field, 59% from three, 4.8 rebounds and 2.4 against the Toronto Raptors, a team that ended up winning a championship, and he was able to play 37 minutes. He would have played more if it wasn't for the injury that took him out of the game. And that game, if he was healthy, you can make an argument that Klay would have helped them force a Game 7 because they went from having one game tying 3 from Steph Curry away from being in a Game 7 with a potential chance to win the championship in that game. He also helped them against Portland. He didn't shoot the ball well against Portland, but he gave them 21 points without Kevin Durant. He helped them close against Houston Rockets, which people thought they would win since they didn't have Kevin Durant, but he was able to give you 55, 50, 27 points. And then in Game 6, he was able to give you 50, 50, and 27 points again, coming up clutch when they needed him most. And he even has done it against other teams like Oklahoma City and the San Antonio Spurs and the Los Angeles Clippers. We know Klay Thompson is ready for the big moments. He's never scared, and he always goes out there and get full and maximum effort. But the question today, and it's just a question to my listeners and the people that watch and the people that's new, is what do you expect from Klay Thompson? Can Klay Thompson, coming off the ACL tear, can he be a top 5 small forward? Because Klay Thompson got mad a little bit because he didn't make the All NBA team, and one of the reasons why he didn't make it is because he had to sacrifice playing with DeMarcus and Kevin Durant because he didn't really have to do what he usually do, because the fact that he had more talent. And then we seen in the finals that Klay can really be one of the best players in the world if given the opportunity and given that role to really go out there and do more than what he has to do. And this is a team that he might have to do that on because they no longer have Durant and other pieces, and they're going to need Klay to step up to help Steph and Draymond, who's not really known at scoring. So somebody's going to have to take that scoring load. And I know they have D'Angelo Russell, but Russell can play on and off the ball too, which means he can really help Klay out and get him easy looks and get out in transition and spread the floor and make Klay's job a lot easier because he can break down the defense. He can play in pick and roll. He can knock down shots, and he creates a lot of attention because D'Angelo Russell has shown that he can score on the NBA level. But I always wondered that because if Klay Thompson wants his respect and he wants his credit when it's due, whether it's on the All-NBA team or the All-Defensive team, the best way to do it is to play the position with the best stars. You're looking at Kevin Durant next year. You're looking at Kawhi Leonard. You're looking at LeBron James and players of those calibers. You're looking at Tatum. You're looking at potentially Paul George, Kawhi Leonard. You're looking at guys that can really be called the best player in the entire NBA, and he has to play that position now. And I think that this is a challenge that I really want to see how he's going to take it, going against those type of players. You're even looking at guys like Giannis who can play the three sometimes. And sometimes he do play the three. People predicting that he's going to play the four, but he is going to still play some three most likely. And if Klay really wants the credit, why not try to be one of the top players in the world at one of the top positions in the world when you have the KDs, the Kawhi, and the LeBrons playing that position? And if you can become one of the best players at that position, I don't see why you can't be known as one of the top 12, top 10 players. And Klay has everything you need besides the fact that he doesn't be aggressively trying to take over like we've seen him do in the finals and like we've seen him do against Houston and OKC. Once Klay gets the opportunity to really go out there and let that thing fly, I think that's when we see the Klay that we want to see. The guy that can score 60 points. The guy that can give you 30 points a game probably because he can shoot the three. He can shoot the mid-range. He can post up. He can get out in transition. He can score off the dribble. He can do his pull-ups off the dribble. He can get to the basket and do layups and dunks. I don't see why Klay can't give you 24 or 25 points. He gave you 22 points a game. He gave you 21 last year with Kevin Durant and DeMarcus Cousins and Draymond and Steph. He was still able to give you 20 points a game. And I think, like I said, with them needing more offense and needing somebody else to really score, I think this is a perfect opportunity after this season, going into next season, the 2021 season, that Klay Thompson can really solidify himself as one of the best players. If they keep D'Angelo Russell, Klay Thompson can play that small forward position, defend the best players in the world, still give you dominance and efficient scoring. I don't see why he can't write his name into that place as one of the top 5 small forwards in the game. And we don't really know how Kevin Durant is going to return back from his injury. This is a guy, which people forget, is making more money than Kevin Durant, making more money than Kawhi Leonard, making more money than Paul George, kind of. He's making more money than Giannis, and he's making more money than even if you put Middleton at the three. These are guys that he's competing against and making more money because he's making 5 years, 190 million. He got that max contract. So I think that a lot of people going to want to see him more aggressive after seeing what he did in the finals, and I think that that's the best thing for his career. They want to go back to that dominant Warriors team that everybody struggles to beat and really have no way to defeat them unless they beat themselves. They're going to have to see a rejuvenated, repowered resurgence of Klay Thompson, and I think that that's what the people want to see, and people really want to see how good can he get. I know a lot of people in the media has been saying that they want to see Klay be the man. They want to see Klay be the guy. They want to see Klay go out there and have opportunities to prove it. And we've seen it in the instances, and it do make you wonder, can he do it? It do make you wonder, will he be able to do it? And we will never know right now because he still is on the Golden State Warriors. They still do have Steph and Draymond, so he doesn't have to be the man. But I do think this is an opportunity for him because you still want talent, you still want to win. You just don't want to go to a team that sucks and be a first round exit. You still want to have a chance to win a championship. And even if he's not going to be the best player on this current Warriors team, he can still become the second best player on this team after Steph. And he has been that for a while, and I don't see why he can't continue to have that throne now. And even if he's not the best player on his team, Steph Curry, you can make an argument that he's a top 5 player. And if you make that argument, or if you believe that he's number 6, that's not too bad. You're going against you have one of the best players in the entire world, one of the greatest players ever picked with basketball on your team. But I do want to see how Klay comes out of this injury. It seemed like he wanted to play. It seemed like he really cared about winning a title. Everybody is doubting the Warriors. Everybody has given up on the Warriors. Everybody's saying that the Warriors are done. And I think this is the perfect time to come out of that graveyard, come out of that ditch swinging and ready to shut a lot of people up. And Klay Thompson is a guy that a lot of people love, respect, and enjoy talking about, and have the utmost profound professionalism. And he's a guy that you don't really see nothing going on off the court. So he's a good, likable guy. He's a gentleman. And that's the type of guys that women like and people like, because you got love and respect for him. And I think that he's been able to do that throughout his career. But I do really want to see, can Klay Thompson really take his game to a next level as he comes out of his prime to solidify that he's a Hall of Famer. I think he's going to be a Hall of Famer anyway, but I do think he wants more of those All-NBA teams. I think he wants to continue to make the All-Star team, and I think he wants to continue to go out there and compete for championships. That's why I'm glad that he did re-sign with the Warriors, because you don't want to just go to a team that sucks just to put up numbers, just to put up stats and never win anything. You still want to be competitive. You still want to compete for championships. And that's why I'm glad that he did get them his money. He did still have an opportunity to prove himself, and he still put himself in the conversation to win the title, staying in Golden State. But let me know what you guys think. Can Klay Thompson become a top 5 small forward? Will he be a top 5 small forward? Do you think he overrated, underrated? Do you think he's fairly rated? Do you think he can take his game to the next level? Do you see him? Want to see him take his game to the next level? And can he be a man on a great team that can win a title, or is he really just a second or third option at the best? And if you think that, let me know in the comment section below. Quinn Wade, basketball analysis, I'm gone. But this is a topic that a lot of people want to know. And since he did sign that extension with Golden State, it looks like he planned on staying there. But like I said, I'd rather be competing for titles and putting up numbers than putting up numbers and getting put out in the first round and getting a lot of critique and criticism because you're not getting the job done. Being a man, you have to win. It's all about winning in the NBA. And if that's the case, you still have to get that part done. So I don't mind him re-signing with Golden State. But just keep that in mind if you're trying to judge him as not leaving the Warriors and still being behind Steph. Like this video, check out my older videos on my channel. I have many playlists. I break down rookies, I break down players, I break down summer league. I do cover the draft, and I got a mock draft up already. Not only that, I do podcasts, and I also talk about the game of basketball, whether it comes to summer league, free agency, trade deadline, buyouts, and also I cover top 10 discussions and stuff like that. So you like this type of video, you like the NBA, check out my older videos and my playlists. I enjoy making these videos. You guys enjoy watching.